Greetings, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Bird Whisperer radio show, coming to you live from the Congaree National Park in beautiful South Carolina, USA. We're going to be discussing the wonderment, the beauty, and the awesomeness of our beautiful, beautiful feathered companions. We're also going to have fantastic guests on to share their beautiful moments, experiences, and perhaps maybe a little bit of help and advice to come your way to make your relationship between you and your bird so much better. We'll be right back. IQ Air, the #1 rated air purifier worldwide. Someone asked me once, how much do you really love your parrots? I replied, more than life itself. Then I was asked, do you have a clue as to how much more sensitive the lungs of a bird are than a human being? To be honest with you, I had not considered this. I researched some of the leading brands, such as Austin Air, Rabbit Air, which by the way we have used in the past. Then I discovered the IQ Air Health Pro Plus. I kid you not, within 1 hour the quality of the air inside my sanctuary was totally awesome. Please allow me to simplify this for you. The filtering process of IQ Air Health Pro Series Plus blocks and holds the super tiny particles, the ones that you cannot see with the naked eye. These are the bad boys that pass right through the filters of so many other purifiers. These particles are the ones that are deadly to you and your companion bird's respiratory system. With all due respect, you may think the current purifier systems you are using are working adequately for you and your companion birds. Please, stop fooling yourself. Walmart, Home Depot, Lowe's, etc., including all brands coming out of China, are simply a waste of money. Bottom line is this, my companion birds are worth it. My family is worth it. Did I happen to mention that IQ Health Pro Plus systems are the #1 choice by doctors who recommend them to their asthma patients as well? iCare truly stands behind their Health Pro Plus series purifiers. 100% guaranteed against any and all defects for 10 years. If they fail due to defects, IQ Air will fix or replace it for free. This includes everything. All you need to do is register your IQ Health Pro Plus series purifier within 30 days of purchase to be eligible for their 10-year limited warranty. Please call 1-866-488-1918. That's 1-866-488-1918 to talk to an indoor quality expert. IQ Air 10-year limited warranties only apply to IQ Air products purchased in North America, directly from IQ North America Incorporated, or from an IQ Air authorized dealer. Use the code IQ53182, that's IQ53182, to get an awesome 10% discount on your purchase. One more thing, just so you know, we are not receiving one single dime regarding any sales from IQ Air. We negotiated this code for you. This is also for all dog, cat, and pocket pet people as well. Thank you. Welcome to our show. I am Michael Cox, your host this evening. It's Sunday, June 3rd, 2018, in the year of our Lord. Please welcome April Adcock of Parrot Playhouse. April, by the way, is an extraordinary person who does incredible work for the avian community. Welcome, April.
Hi, Michael. Bailey's actually sitting on top of my head right now, guys. So if you hear a little peep, that's Miss Baileyana, my black-headed caique. We're so excited to be here. Thanks for inviting us, Michael.
Oh, it's a pleasure. It's an absolute pleasure. I'd like to begin by asking you to please share with us, what is Parrot Playhouse all about?
Parrot Playhouse is a little bit of everything. It has fun and educational information, videos to help old and new parrot owners to care for their parrots. So basically, we have a little bit of everything. I have cooking videos where I make cooking look fun for your parrots, and you can stick like different types of pellets, quinoa, veggies into pancakes, because who video not so long ago about oatmeal in a glass jar for you and your parrots, and you can put all kinds of good stuff and all kinds of stuff that you want them to eat, but they don't want to eat, so you can stick them in there. And we also have educational information, like the benefits of apple cider vinegar, how to touch and not touch your parrots, just a little bit of everything.
That sounds fantastic. Sounds like you kind of covered the base. In reference to all the wonderful food you make, do you by any chance FedEx to South Carolina?
We could.
Okay, sits here, wipes sweat off forehead. I want to ask you this, and I want to slow down just a little bit here, the pace, and ask you what really motivated you regarding the interest that you now have in birds?
Well, it goes way back when I was a kid. I was a very sick kid, and I had to spend a lot of it being homeschooled at home, so I was really lonely. And I didn't want to see other kids, other people, because I didn't look well, and I was really scared what people might say about me, because people did stare at me, because I looked pretty sickly.
Bless your heart.
We did not have cable, but thank God for KPBS, because they always had some awesome educational shows, and there was one on parrots. And what I saw was, oh my gosh, that could be like a friend. I could have someone to talk to. So I went into my dad's room and I said, Dad, I'm lonely. He knew I was lonely. I said, can I get a parrot? Now, we didn't have much money back then, so getting a parrot was a huge expense, a huge deal. And he knew how depressed I was, how I was just kind of giving up. And so we went to the pet shop, and there was a green Amazon, the only Amazon in the back, way up high with a padlock. All the other birds were out, but he had a padlock. And my dad said, I'm giving you $350. We got to get a bird, get food, get a cage for $350. So I handed it over to the guy. I said, hey, will this work for that bird? And he said, you got yourself a parrot. I took him home, and my life changed forever.
Wow.
Yeah, and I remember the next day, because it was hard for me to get out of bed. I was in a lot of pain. And my mom woke me up and said, April, you need to get into that kitchen and you need to make your bird some food. And he gave me a reason to work harder, to get better, to fight for my life. And that is my connection with these birds. This is why when you see me on Parrot Playhouse or you see me on Facebook and I'm so emotional, these guys saved my life, and I owe them my life, and I want to make life better for them. I want to set their owners and these precious angels up for success.
Well, it sounds like you're definitely on your way to doing that.
And that parrot, my yellow-naped Amazon baby, he's still with me. He's my little dumpster diver. He's the one that has the trash can video with his little buddy Puffy where they hit the trash can and it goes up and down. So I still have him. He's my love bug. I love him.
That's fantastic. Hey, let me ask you, how many feathered spirits, if you will? Sometimes some people say, well, it's really people trapped in bird clothing, but I think birds are better than that. But anyway, how many do you have?
I have 10 angels, and out of those 10, 8 have been rescued or adopted.
What kind are they?
So I've got baby, my yellow-naped Amazon. He's the one that it all started with. Then I've got Puppy. He's a white-bellied Kayik. Miss Bailiana, who is on my head. She's a black-headed Kayik. Maui, my super hyper black-headed Kayik. Thomas, he's bilingual. He's my lilac crown Amazon. And then I've got Quinn. He's also a lilac crown Amazon. And I've got Casey, my African gray. She's my naked African gray, but she's amazing. I adopted her through Peace. We are working with it. And I've got Victoria Cockatoo, my umbrella cockatoo, who is just a miracle. And I've got Shaky, my leopard, and my parakeet, Khaleesi. And did I cover everybody? I think I did. Wow.
What an interesting combination of companions that you have there. How are they with one another? Uh-oh.
If you watch Parrot Playhouse, somebody was like, oh my gosh, it's like WWF fighting I'm glad you asked me that, because I get a lot of people going, I want to get a parrot because my parrot's lonely. I want to get a friend for my parrot. Well, parrots don't always get along with each other. And my guys, I have to supervise, because I've got Baby and Puppy who love each other. But there's a gang. There's a bird gang. So they stir up stuff. So I got to be really careful, because they do get into fights. And as you know, when you've got a bigger parrot with a little parrot, there can be some bad injuries. So I have to supervise these guys. And Bailey, my black-headed coyote, she doesn't like anybody that takes attention away from her, because she wants to be top bird. So I really have to be careful and monitor them at all times.
It sounds like you got Bailey right where she wants you, yes?
On top of my head, yes. Yeah, Bailey? Yeah?
Aww. Hey, listen, peeps, I'm not sure if a lot of you have been following the story, but I haven't, and I know a lot of you have, but probably some of you haven't, but you need to check this out. And it's the ongoing story about Miss Bailey the Kayik, and what this bird is going through, the tenacity that this bird is showing the world regarding the will to live. And I want you guys to listen to what April has to say about Miss Bailey. And when she's done, I want you to send as much energy and love from your heart that you've got to help this little bird pull through to live a whole lot longer. I'm asking that of you, you guys, from the heart. Okay? April, tell us about Miss Bailey.
Thank you, Michael. So, Bailey came into my life, it was 4 years ago, and I met her at, it was a parrot education and adoption center. I'm a volunteer for them at their Peace booth in Orange County Pet Expo, and there she was. She was in foster care, but she was a little bit spicy. She was kind of going after her foster mom. And this bird had been loved her entire life, but her owner became elderly and could no longer care for her. So Bailey came into my life. She was an elderly bird. Well, probably a year and a half ago, she started having issues, and my veterinarian, Dr. Brian Loudis, who's amazing, started running tests. And we just recently found out Bailey has congestive heart failure. She has an enlarged liver, and she has iron storage disease, which we knew about. Bailey has literally, he brought her back. It was probably about 5 weeks ago, where she just passed out when we were there for an exam. And she fought all day hard. We really didn't think she was going to make it, but she keeps surprising us. And Bailey loves life, and she does not want to let it go. And I've learned so much from her. Right when I think it's over, which has been, I think, 3 times, she proves me wrong, and she starts fighting. And it's just amazing with parrots. If you love them, if you give them a reason to live, if you treat them with respect, they will fight. They want to live. They want to be loved. They just want to chill. And she just keeps fighting. And right now she's on heart meds. She's on diuretics because the congestive heart failure, she takes on liquid. And she's basically in hospice at this point, where we took her off of her iron storage, or her iron disease diet, or low iron diet. And we're just letting her enjoy life, and that's what she's doing. So every day with Bailey is an absolute blessing. She has so much fire, and her presence it's just incredible. I know you've seen it on Facebook, Michael. It's
absolutely.
There's something that she's just unbelievable. She's not from this planet. And I think that's, for many birds, they are so special. It's hard to even understand it unless you completely have connected with a parrot. And I've connected with 10 of mine, and it's scary, isn't it, loving that much, Michael?
Yeah, it is, but it's deliciously scary. And one of the things that I wanted to say is regarding the tenacity of Miss Bailey and wanting to fight and all, and being, having this incredible energy and spirit to go on to have another day. I believe you might perhaps be overlooking something, though. And that is the heart that you have. They see it, they feel it, and you make them want to live. That's why I think you're awesome, okay? You're doing it right.
You know what has also helped me? All my Facebook peeps, my YouTube, these people that have come into my life along this journey with Parrot Playhouse, they have come in, and I'm sure you've seen it where there's been posts where I'm like, I'm just beat down. I'm running out of gas. And they will come in, and these messages people are writing to me. They're taking their time. They're sharing their life about daughters that have passed away and this and that, and how Bailey it's just amazing. They're opening their hearts to me, and it makes me too want to keep going. So it's just incredible what one little bird has done. It just brings a community together, and Victoria Cockatoo did the same. People are awesome.
Yeah, that's in reference to bringing people together. You know, that's the only thing, to be honest with you guys, that I like about Facebook is the special ones. You know, and you know who I'm talking to, okay? The special ones, the ones that revel in the joy of holding their birds so close to them and closing their eyes and feeling the tears of joy running down your face, and at the same time suddenly feeling and knowing that you've got two hearts that are suddenly beating as one. There's nothing like it, man. It's like you said, April, it's like way cool. It's just awesome.
Hearing you say that, my chest, it's just incredible. I love holding Victoria Cockatoo against my chest, and you can just see it in her eyes, and it's just that, it's so powerful. You could be having the worst day, and you just have that moment, you just take time with them, and you just block everything else out and just focus on them, and it is so incredible. It makes you just want to keep fighting for them. Spoil them. Just spoil them.
There you go. I mean, there is a difference between living and existing, and I really didn't realize that or really truly understand it until I decided one day to take the time to step up for something else. And for me, it was birds, you know, and then I really, really realized, I mean, it hit me like a ton of bricks, that there is really a difference between living and existing, you guys. And the more of you guys out there that step up and help the little ones that don't have the tools and the means to defend themselves, for instance, from human beings, to be able to be in a relationship where they're not happy, they don't know what to do, and you hear about it and you go out and you do something about it. That's what makes us all unbelievably different. And I just, you know, I have such a profound respect for so many of you peeps out there that are doing it right. I mean, I know there's sometimes I used to think that living in the Mendocino Forest before I got into doing the show and doing Facebook and all of that kind of hoorah, that I felt alone. You know, it was like, I'm going like, God, am I the only one that and it's not an ego thing or anything like that, but am I the only one that feels so strong about these magnificent companions? Is there anybody else that feels like I do about them? You know, is there anybody else that would take a bullet like I would for any of them? You know, and then a friend of mine one day, we used to play chess together in front of Starbucks. He talked me into joining Facebook. He goes, Michael, you should get on Facebook. Talk to people about what you do with birds and stuff. And I'm going like, I so don't think so. And he goes, well, why not? And I said, because I've heard, for the most part, it's a lake of fire, man. You know, he laughed and he goes, there's ways of not having to stay in the fire all the time. And I said, all right, fine, I'm going to give this a shot. So I did. And it was a really, really awesome choice that I made, because I got to meet so many of you guys out there, man. There's so many of you that I know and that know me and that would be welcome to my home 24/7. It's really cool to be able to say that and mean it. You know,
I think some of these Facebook peeps know more about me than my family.
That's the beauty of it. That's the beauty of it. The ones that truly listen, the ones that truly care. I want to ask you this. Um, I'd like, if you would please, to tell our listeners some of the awesome moments you have encountered with your birds in the past. Some
Oh
really
my
cool
goodness,
things that even if tomorrow you suddenly realized you were ready to hide your own Easter eggs, okay, that you would still never, ever, ever forget these. Do you have a couple that you'd like to share with us?
oh my goodness, I'm smiling right now just thinking about it. Thomas, my lilac crown Amazon, he's a rescue. He was gray when I got him. He was covered in cigarette smoke. This bird, I could not go near his cage without him hissing at me. And after working with him, I now use him for education. And I was with Parrot Education and Adoption Center, and we were doing a class in a library where children from schools came, and we talked about birds. And there was this autistic child there that didn't talk to anybody, that didn't communicate, and he was just kind of sitting down. And all of a sudden, Thomas started going, "Buenos dias! Hola, hello!" And this little boy, whose mother just broke down in tears, this little boy started talking to Thomas and drawing for him. And it was such a special moment. I mean, it's like everything stopped with that moment. This child was communicating with Thomas, a child that didn't communicate with people. And it was so cool. And that's why education is so awesome. And then Miss Victoria Cockatoo, who I rescued, she was so sick when I got her, and she needed a hysterectomy. And just watching her bring people together on Facebook and YouTube, there was such a powerful force behind that. And for a number of months, you could just feel the warmth coming from everybody. There was so much horrible stuff going on in the world, but everybody just kept focusing and praying, and it was just so positive how the community came together. And Maui, just watching Maui, my black-headed Kaik, that came from a horrible situation. That was a mutilator's. His chest was open when I first got him. He had no confidence, and now he is in that bird room. I just smile every time he's doing something naughty because he's just full of confidence. And I love seeing these birds have these moments of confidence. It's just awesome. So those are some of the stories. There's just so many.
That's remarkable. I love it. I love it. One of the things I'm really, really enjoying about our talk tonight, April, is that I'm really enjoying us being able to actually truly speak from the heart. You know, the from a place of love and reveling and having another day in our universal playground is kind of like how I like to put it. You know, that we've got these wonderful birds that they seem to seek out the best of who we are and pull it up to the surface, and you can't help but just grin, knowing that, you know, always believing, for instance, that yeah, everyone has this beautiful, wonderful, awesome spirit. We're all brought into this world the same, you know, the idea of just being a part of this fantastic universe, if you will, if nothing more. And then as time goes on for some of us, and trying to survive the chaos, to keep up with the chaos, things of that nature and all, we begin to forget that beautiful spirit inside of ourselves that's just glowing, that day by day it's like there's just another shovel of dirt that's thrown over the top of it. And eventually people forget where it is. They can't find it anymore. And they become depressed. And then they go to psychiatrists, or they go to, you know, who knows, and get hooked on neural remappers, man, that literally crush your dreams anyway. But yet, a bird, you can bring a bird into your home, into your life, and they have a really cool, uncanny way of pulling that beautiful, magical part of who you are that you had even forgotten existed, and pull it right up out of your chest, man, and have you stare right head on at it and go, yeah, baby. And it was Bird that did it. You know, they talk about therapy. I mean, when you mentioned about the little boy with autism, things of that nature, the wonderful things that that parrots are capable of doing, and allowing us to see in ourselves the beautiful, magical self of just being nice. I've told people that for years, man. The easiest thing in the world that anybody can do, it doesn't matter whether you got the education of a box of hammers, man, or you were dropped a lot as a child or whatever. But the easiest thing anybody can do on this planet is to be nice. And parrots pretty much are living proof of that.
Yeah.
Because if you take a bird that somebody hasn't been nice to, and then all of a sudden this bird taps into you, taps into your spirit, who you are, and suddenly, in an instant, they can let all that pain and all that anxiety and all that horror, they can blow it out into the icy cold of space in a heartbeat. And
You're
trust,
so forgiving.
yeah,
So forgiving.
trust and love again, if you will. And I've been working on a book for quite some time, and it has to do with the unspoken language. It's a language that all animals communicate with one another without the need for dialogue. In other words, if a bird can take that's been through the worst of times, I have a few birds here that have gone through some pretty nasty stuff, but I'm not going to go into it. But bottom line is they're able to take and let it, they never forget, but they let it go to the point where they're able to get back in touch again with that true spirit of what it feels like to be loved, to feel safe, and to feel like you have finally come home. And I want to figure out how they do this, because if a bird can take and do this, then imagine how it could help mankind. You don't got to go to the shrink anymore. You don't got to get hooked on neural remappers and things of that nature, or go and tell your troubles to somebody you have no idea to once a week or whatever, as they slowly drain your bank account and play the game of pretending like they actually care about you, you know? But these guys can do it in a heartbeat. And if they can do it, we can do it. And that's what I'm trying to learn. That's my final quest, man, before I'm ready to hide my own Easter eggs. And I want to figure out how to do that and then share that with people. Because it's birds that brought me back to me, who I'd forgotten. And now it's my time to give back. I want to ask you this. Why did you feel the need to create your YouTube account for Parrot Playhouse? And give everybody the channel, by the way, too, please.
Oh, okay. So my channel is Parrot Playhouse, two separate words, channel. So Parrot Playhouse channel on YouTube. And I work in rescue, and I saw so many birds coming in, and I was spending so much time just trying to educate one individual, but there's so many coming in. I needed to reach a larger audience. And also with sanctuaries, like the Oasis Sanctuary, with 900 plus parrots, something needed to be done. So I decided I needed to get in all these people's home. I needed to cover a larger audience, and that's why I came out with Parrot Playhouse. And I get people in by, these cute videos, but in these cute videos, I'm packing it with all kinds of education and messages. And the important thing that I really want to get past in my videos is listening, patience, respect, and taking it slow with these guys. It's huge. And also, what might seem like no big deal to us is huge to a parent. So we got to just have so much patience with these guys. And I like people watching me interact with my birds on Parrot Playhouse. That way they can see how it's done. And that's just why I wanted to come up with a fun place where people could go and just enjoy, but also learn and hopefully educate themselves. And that's where it all needs to start, is education, setting yourself up and your bird up for success. Knowing what to do if an undesirable behavior happens. Knowing how to address it quickly before it turns into a huge problem. And so if I could just help just a few, Parrot Playhouse is it's so worth it.
How do people find you on Facebook?
So on Facebook, you can go on to Parrot Playhouse, two separate words. That's our Facebook channel, or they can always follow me, April Adcock, Adcock. I make all my posts public, and so they could go on those two. And then we're also on Instagram, Parrot Playhouse 1. one word, and you can follow us as well. I update daily what's going on in the bird room. Right now, it's been a lot about Bailey, what's going on with her life, and it's fun, and it's heartwarming, and there's tears, and there's happiness, and lots of education.
That's fantastic. I want to ask you something. I'm going to kind of throw this one out at you. I know that we went over some of the things that we were going to talk about tonight before we got started, but do you by any chance have a PayPal account?
So I do have a PayPal account. It's under April Adcock, and I think the email, I'll have to make sure I have that right. It's PARR awesome622@gmail.com.
Okay, cool. Thank you. The reason why I asked for that, you guys, go ahead and, what's cool about the show is that once it's over, you can rewind it. Digitally rewind. Oh my God, am I dating myself or what? No. Anyway, has never, as far as I know, asked for any help. And so I'm...
I actually did a GoFundMe with Victoria Cockatoo when she was having her hysterectomy in last August. And Facebook peeps and YouTube peeps, we raised, it was a little under $3,000 for her surgery. So that was so awesome.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, peeps, I would like you to step up again, all right? Because those of you that have birds, you know that when you least expect it, something might occur. And a lot of you, realize that sometimes it takes X amount of money or whatever to be able to do it right. She's already proven that she's done it right. She's continuing to do it right. Send her something, man. Just be nice and just send her something for us, for your heart, man, for your birds. Make it better for somebody else's bird, man. $5, something like that. It's like one Starbucks mocha, give it up for the day, man. And do something nice for somebody, Okay, I also wanted to ask you real quick, and that is, you're very welcome. I'd like to hear some of your insights that you would like to share that would help others have the best possible relationship with their birds that can be had.
Well, you just really need to, if you're thinking about getting a parrot, you really need to do your research. Do you live in a house? Do you have an HOA? Set yourself up for success. Figure out what species of parrot is best for you. And then for a bird that you have now, patience. You're going to need a lot of patience and kindness. And you want to keep things calm. You want to keep things chill. Birds just want to hang out. These are flock birds. They want to be with their flock. And when you're not there, a lot of them are probably scared. Give them plenty of things to do. Toys. Foraging toys. Let them think. Let them work for their food. Help build their confidence. Let them know if you're not in that room, they've got things they can do. They got things that they can have fun with. That way they're just not sitting there and screaming and mutilating themselves. Set them up for success. So, just love them, respect them, cherish them. We are so blessed to have them here. They didn't choose to be here. They should be out there flying around, burning energy, looking for their food, but they're here. So we have to do our best. And we have to give them the best. And just love them, respect them. Right, Bailey? Yeah?
You know what? There you go, peeps. I couldn't have said it better myself. I wouldn't even try. April, that was most excellent. I want to thank you for being with us tonight, for sharing the magic of your heart and your flock with the planet. I definitely would like to have you back. I'm going to talk again about Bailey's progress and all down the road. You guys, once again, send your ultimate heart, love, prayers, and energy to this beautiful, beautiful little kayak by the name of Miss Bailey, so that she can continue to have a whole lot more days in front of her to revel in our universal playground. Thoughts are things, you guys. Thoughts are things. If you believe in something and you believe in it strong enough, I'm sure there have been moments in your life where you have realized, oh my goodness, it's happening. Believe in this.
Positive energy.
Yeah, positive energy, but most of all, love from the heart. Let your heart send the magic, not your head. April, thank you so very, very much. Welcome to another day on the planet.
Respect for what you do. I just love you, and you're amazing. You're an amazing artist. You're just a beautiful soul, and you give so much to the birds. Thank you.
Well, bless your heart. Thank you very, very much as well. Okay, go give Miss Bailey and the rest of the flock some wingy hugs and wet beaky kisses from all of us here at Global Nest in the Congaree National Park in South Carolina. Another planet to many. It definitely is to me. And thank you once again, and we will talk soon. And good night, sweet April.
Good night, Michael. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Hi guys, I'm in the bird room and here's Miss Baileyana. Say hey, Bailey. Today we're gonna do a cage tour in the bird room of all their toys. So we're gonna look at everything they've got and just kind of be nosy. And just basically show you all the different kinds of toys there are out there that you can purchase for your birdies. So, we are 2018 and there is no reason why Parrot should be bored because there are so many toys to keep them busy. There's something for every birdie. So here we go. Let's do it. At Baileyana's crib right now. So in her cage, she has all kinds of toys, different perches that are customized for her lifestyle. So we have a flat perch, and it's a rough flat perch because Bailey's beak gets really long and her nails get really long. And because she has congestive heart failure, it is really hard to get her groomed. I mean, basically, a grooming can kill her. So, what I do to keep her nails controlled and her beak controlled, I have a rough perch, and then I also have file perches, and I've got another rough flat perch over there. I've got special wrap to keep her feet comfy, and that in there is actually a rope perch. We have Planet Pleasure toys. We've got Jungle toys, more Planet Pleasure toys. So we have toys for her to chew up. We have toys for her to shred. And we have these leather strips, safe leather strips, because she just likes to chew leather, and then a bunch of bells. She likes bells. Bailey is a smaller bird, so these bells are okay for Bailey. These bells are not always okay for every bird. So you got to be smart. This back here, this is dangerous. So if you have a bird with a big beak, they could swallow this. Bailey, I know Bailey is safe. I always check her cage. And this is her setup, and that's her little sleepy hut that she sleeps in at night. So that is Bailey's cage. There's a lot she can do in there. This is my African gray Casey. Casey, I say it in every video, she is a rescue parrot. I adopted her from Parrot Education and Adoption Center. And as you can see, she's a plucker. It's something that we have to constantly work on. And so I picked different toys for Casey, and she's an interesting bird. She likes her toys on the outside of her cage. Now, I always keep Casey loose. I have no problems with her. She is my most well-behaved bird. And this right here, Maui, he's the opposite. But I love him. Maui, you're a handful. I adore him. But he's a handful. He's a geek. Of course he's a handful. It keeps it exciting. So this is Casey's cage. This is also from Funbird. So I put this together. I ordered the different materials and I put it together. There's so much happening. I stuffed it with goodies. Here's the twine ball. Is there a fight? Hey! Hey! Whoa! Hey! You. That was not nice, Tuffy. Are you okay, Tommy? Whoa! So, as I was saying, coyotes are, did you just nip me? Welcome to the bird room, guys. Nothing like doing a bird room video. We've got fights, we've got screaming birds. This is everyday life in Parrot Playhouse. I wonder how much editing I'm gonna have to do. I might leave it. I don't know. You know, if you're thinking about getting a coyote, you should watch this video. Tour Victoria Cockatoo's cage, and as you can see, she has a really big cage. She needs a big cage. She's a cockatoo. Cockatoos need big cages. So I have all kinds of toys in this cage. So there's foraging toys. This has wood and treats inside of it. This is another jungle toy. This is from Funbird. Basically, no, this is a jungle toy. This is Funbird. It came with a bunch of different products that I ordered, and I stuck this toy together myself, and I put little treats in there. More jungle toys back there. As you can see, there's a flat perch, and I had to stick a metal flat perch there because she chews everything up. But also, look at this. I love this banana leaves all wrapped into this, and I put little treats inside, and that's also from Funbird. Now, there is one thing you do not see in Victoria's cage, and that's Chain. Chain. Her beak is really, really powerful, and it's something that concerns me with Chain. A bird can get their beak stuck between Chain. So, a big bird like Victoria. So I use sisal rope. All her toys that are in her cage are made out of sisal rope, and that's what they attach to the link. Now, these links, see that? That's no bueno. We want it to be nice and tight. So every morning I do a cage inspection. I do not want to see these links like this, open. What? You're crazy. I do not want to see links open like this because she can get her beak stuck. So it's important that you make sure these links are secure in your bird's cage. Another thing I have in Victoria's cage is this non-stick Band-Aid wrap. I wrap all her perches. What are you doing in there? Now I'm going to show you different types of links. So these type of links are safe for birds like Victoria Cockatoo size, right? Like her beak, yes, because she can't break this open. Dangerous links, this, the ones that open like that, super dangerous, look at that. And it's also pear-shaped, so your bird can get its leg stuck in there. Throw them away, don't use them. Another super dangerous link is this one. These things right here, they actually come undone. Your bird can swallow them, or once again, they can get them stuck in the bottom bill. Don't let your big birds have these. I let my coyotes have them, but I don't let my bigger birds have them. But also, every bird's an individual, so your coyote has superpowers and they can turn anything, any toy, and make it dangerous. Throw it away. Don't use it, don't risk it. Now, I'm gonna show you one of Bailey's toys. She loves these bells, and because she's a small bird, they're okay for her. But this bell, when she chomps down on it, leaves the metal exposed, the metal chain. The dangers of a metal chain is your bird can strangle themselves on it. So, what I do is I wrap that non-stick wrap, that Band-Aid wrap on it, and there's the little piece of the leather right there, and that way she can't wrap that around her neck. So that's what I do to make their toys last a little longer. Right? Of course, always supervise your bird. Make sure that they're not eating that wrap. I've never had any of my birds do that, but every bird's an individual. And any safe toy can become a dangerous toy. So, toys inspection every morning, super important. Right, Bailey? Yes. Baby and Puffy. So this is Puffy's cage. And as you can see, there is a lot to do in this cage. There are perches of all different kinds in this cage. There are foraging toys. There are shredding toys. Funbird. I ordered a bunch of these products from Funbird. So it came with cardboard. It came with sisal rope. It came with these little cardboard rings that I absolutely love that the birds can chew up. So I put that in there. Up here I have boxes that I used and I don't need anymore. Dixie cups that do not have plastic, so I can shrink them up like that, put goodies inside, and they play with it. Look at all that activity. There's all kinds of stuff. Also more Planet Pleasure bird toys. There we go. I love this brand. Also more jungle toys right there. These are great because this is yucca. You can make little holes and stick little sunflower seeds, only for treats. So this is Puffy's layout. He has a flat perch back there so he can take a little load off of his feces. There he is playing with one of the toys. Yes. Is there a goodie in there? You gonna get that goodie? Yeah, you see, they love it. So when you're gonna put a goodie in there, and actually there's a high-tech bait bite inside that he's gonna get into, and just make sure they see you doing that. They love it. I don't like fights, but when they happen, I love sticking them on my channel because this is like the reality of having birds. It is chaos. Like, you can't turn away for a second because they get into everything, and when they get into something, they can get seriously injured, or they can take a toe off another bird or rip a beak off. I mean, this is for real. It's unfortunate that Puffy made it over here. Usually, you know, I have them locked up. I'm really careful when I'm filming. But when they're loose, I'm always supervising. I don't even leave this room for a second and leave these birds all loose with each other because they're waiting. They're always waiting for you to turn around because that's how smart they are. And they're just waiting to pounce on the other birds. So those videos that you see on YouTube, Facebook, where it looks like everything is in control, like, oh, this is my bird. Everything's just so perfect. It's lies! It's total lies! Having parrots is chaos! You got a messy beak. You got a messy beak. And to the other side of the bird room, there is their manzanita tree. It's huge. People are always asking me where I got it. I got it many years at a pet shop, and that pet shop is no longer in business. It is absolutely spectacular. I love it. My birds love it. I hang all kinds of toys on it. We have more jungle toys on that manzanita tree, so it's awesome. Also have a jungle toy manzanita branch hanging from the ceiling. We are in a small bird room, so I try to make the most of every inch of space in here. Hey, how are you, Thomas? You doing okay? He's cage. Maui is an ex-plucker, or he still kind of plucks once in a while, so I have to keep him super busy. And this is basically what we got going on. Safe Bird leather strips from Fun Bird. We have all different types of natural materials here that he can play with. More Dixie cups that have no wax on the outside. This is what he sleeps on at night. His perches are also wrapped with that non-stick Band-Aid wrap. Also, I made him this from Fun Bird. I ordered the parts and I put that together. And so that's basically Maui's cage. He has a lot going on in there. Different size perches. This is also from Planet Pleasures, that big toy right there. He loves that thing. This is fantastic for pluckers. That just keeps them busy. They clean that instead. Victoria, what are you doing? That's Bailey's toy. You're gonna make your mommy go broke destroying Bailey's toys like that. This is Quinn's cage. Quinn's cage is small because he doesn't live in it. Right, Quinn? No. This is my bird that is like my invisible bird. You never know he's even in here. Aww. He's such a sweetheart. He too is a rescue. I adopted him from Peace. And this is pretty much what he does when he's not trying to fight with Tommy. They're kind of rivals, but at the same time they love each other. And Quinn's a lilac. Are you okay? I think he's trying to play dead right now to hide from the coyotes. Everybody's scared of the coyotes. We hope you found this video fun and educational. And if you want more Parrot Playhouse excitement, follow us on our Facebook and Instagram. The link will be below, where I post daily updates of what is going on in these guys' lives. Super fun. Follow us. I would love to meet you. We would love to see you on Parrot Playhouse on Facebook and Instagram. We love you guys. Bye. You say goodbye. Good girl.
We would like to extend a sincere thank you to Tom Rowdy Bush, the creator of Rowdy Bush Foods. Find out the reasons Rowdy Bush Food is the right choice for keeping your birds healthy and happy. When nutrition is important, Rowdy Bush Premium Foods are second to none. Rowdy Bush Incorporated manufactures specialized bird foods. This manufacturing is a result of the research by an avian nutritionist, Tom Rowdy Bush. During his 16 years of nutritional research in the Department of Avian Sciences at the University of California, Davis, Tom studied a variety of birds, including 10 years of research on the nutritional requirements of companion birds. Mr. Rowdy Bush has generated most of the published nutritional research in pet birds. As far as pellets are concerned, Rowdy Bush is what we feed our flock exclusively here at the Global Nest Exotic Bird Sanctuary. Rowdybush.com. That's ROUDYBUSH.com. You can order direct by calling them at 1-800-326-1726. Once again, 1-800-326-1726. Thank you.